started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the USC Trojans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the Fighting Irish head coach before the game. What he's talking to his team about is we've got to get our guy to that 1,000-yard mark. Their freshman running back has been terrific all season. They have been able to count on him to carry the rock. And he is so close to 1,000 yards, one of the most prominent stats in all of college football for a running back. He wants to make sure that his young freshman is rewarded here today, so he has challenged that offensive line to make sure he eats here in the first quarter. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Finds the tight end. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Got a little grass. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Trojans. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He'll bring it out. It's Perez. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going with the ground game left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here's Carr to throw. Fires left. With the catch, it's Mobley. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. They'll try the left side. There's a crease. Touchdown, Irish! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next one?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to take off. At midfield, he's got room. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
The screen, and watch out! And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure to his right. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
money. Turning it on. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, USC! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And there's so many targets to focus on, so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mobley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Big-time play by the defense, he'll lose 4.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Carr. Got his man on the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looks as if he's going to run it. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Throwing, Carr. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Rockne, Eric Parsegian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these 2 schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we can keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Carr. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Nice move, creates some space. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quick release by the QB. There he goes. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Mayaba. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on 1st down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football And you see why this dude is a baller. Like, given the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with it. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense picks it up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a crease. It's Mobley. Got enough for the first. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back. And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He'll bring it out. It's Perez. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Got his man. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the right. That pass is incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Just keep slinging it. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is my...
Looking for the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, he's not going to get a lot of chances like that. He was in position to make the play in the end zone, put a touchdown up on the board for his team, and he drops the pass.
To the air again, Carr. He's got him wide open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. The Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the air, it's Carr. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Direct snap. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he added the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback will keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the back. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the gun on third down, Carr. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to run it. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think we saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up for him.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. To throw, it's Mayava. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pressure coming. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with Bowling Green, taking on the number 16 team, the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's Bowling Green coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The victory caps off a 7-5 regular season. Not the best outcome, but you'd have to think a bowl invite is on the way. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the right. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately, right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He plays the screen beautifully. The defensive end stays home, sees it, makes a tackle on the running back, and prevents the big play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea.
Another ball is knocked free. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Trojans are in the hurry-up.
Well, they get the 1st down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Flips it out to the back. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He might want another play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throwing right. He makes the catch. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The give out of the gun. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. And the Trojans are threatening in the red zone. To the air on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this...
Turning it on! Picks up the 1st down. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Mayava. It's complete to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll go with a direct snap. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Looking downfield on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Wants to fire on second down. Moving out to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit, and they're able to give up no gain.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Ready, go, go. Wants to throw it again. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. On the move. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple yards short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The throw to the outside is complete. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The run inside. It's Jordan. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabs it in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Here come the Irish back on offense. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Throwing, Carr, looking left, and he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Carr above the noise. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Right down the gut of the field. All the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
And man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player that you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play at this point of the game, no bueno on D.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Ripping through the defense. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Carr. Oh, they're after him. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. The lead, why stop now?
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find...
He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making checks. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. So now it's second and long. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Good, solid tackle. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expect...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Unloads it left. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy: just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish